We've got a treat today on a smaller boat. We typically do bigger boats here, but today we've got a 42-foot contest built in Holland in 1982. Like she's got pride of ownership and well taken care of for an older boat. Center cockpit, moderate displacement, ketch rig, offshore cruising yacht, so would make a great offshore cruiser, and she's priced very aggressively in the market right now for such a pedigree quality boat. The contest yard is currently building some truly outstanding yachts, but they start at $1 million. And this is only $88,000, so let's have a look. So from the outside of the boat, we have a great large center cockpit with a windscreen. So glass, tempered glass for the windshield, and it also has a dodger on that windscreen, and that's being sewn right now. It's blue. Then a nice teak rim steering wheel, compass, and a table as well, and this teak graded flooring as well as the seating area. And then for the main sheet, we have a very simple operation for the main sheet, and then also for the electric winch right there, so that's electric. And then the controls for the engine. How many hours? Only 1,500. I was wrong. So 1,541. So hardly any hours on this engine. That's very low for 1982. And the engine starts up like a gem. So that's very nice. And then this is a very nice area here. Here we have outlets for USB outlets, or whatever you might want to charge your phone. And then we have anchor control. So this is up, down for the windlass, up, forward, which is a great thing to have. So there we have the autopilot control. Very simple. You just set to the course, turn it on, and then adjust the trim or the yaw. And this is the control for the powered winch, which is very strong. And then turning over here, we have the B&G Zeus 2 system. So that is repeated on multiple repeaters down below, one which you can move around the boat. And then here we have a redundant depth sounder and temperature, humidity, and just a nice area here for other gear. And then if we move forward, the decking has been changed. So the original owner had taken off the teak deck and re-glassed the deck. So that has all been done already on this boat, which is fantastic. And then put on this EVA foam, which is quite a unique thing for a boat. I don't think I've seen any boat. Some power boats have it, but it's new on the market, and it's a foam decking, and so when you kneel on it, you're not killing your knees. It's actually a very nice thing. I think I might try it and see. We'll see how long it lasts, but I think it's a great setup, because when you're sitting down on it, you're kneeling on it, It's got traction. This is what they use for surfboards and paddle boards. So it should last a long time, and it's not expensive. So it's easy to replace. It's relatively cheap. And yeah, it feels great on your feet. It feels like you're walking on leather almost. So it has non-skid properties as well as being very comfortable and soft. So very unique. This is the windlass. This is the Lofrans Tigris windlass, and 140 feet of G4 chain. So it's very good. Profurl furling unit, which are excellent. A really well maintained boat. I've kept the boat up very well, as you can see. So Vang main halyard winch, headsail winch, halyard winch, and then a spinnaker pole. Not many people use those anymore, but there is one there. And great ventilation. So we have these cowls, which are also set up. The dinghy can go on the back of the boat, or the dinghy can go on the forward part of the boat. Personally, I like having a dinghy on the aft part of a boat. If we go aft here, we've got two big lazarette hatches. One contains two gigantic propane bottles for, would be about 4 months supply of propane, which gives you a lot of autonomy. And then a boarding ladder on the back here, and this also comes up, boarding ladder. And then there are davits also off the back, and then various fishing pole rod holders. There's a dinghy mount, engine mount, although the dinghy engine typically goes in that locker, so it's quite a large locker, and the 9 horsepower goes in there. And yeah, and then the mizzen mast. This is very interesting. This is independently stayed mizzen mast. There is no triadic connecting the two masts, so that's a benefit. If you lose one mast, you still have, it doesn't take down the other one. And then got the radar there. So this is independently stayed. So this is a backstay that can be adjusted. This is an adjustable backstay. A winch handle there, and so that can be adjusted. It's also set up with insulators for the single sideband, and so that becomes the antenna for the single sideband, that backstay. And then a solid Selden mast. This is a very beefy main mast from Selden, and sails are all in good condition as well. So yeah, all in all, a great offshore package. Nav station, we've got some good features. Of course, we've got radar, single sideband, VHF radio, and then a separate chart plotter here, and then a repeater for the B&G system right there. And then we have heating and air conditioning, and then propane control, B&G repeater for a separate depth sounder. So we have a depth sounder that's also wireless Bluetooth, and then this redundant depth sounder as well. So 2 depth sounders, which is very nice. And then DC controls, windlass control, winch control for the electric winch in the cockpit, and handheld radio. And then these are the water and fuel gauges. So we have, let's see, 4 water gauges and 3 fuel gauges, if I'm correct. Yep. There's a very big galley, and also a lot of light. And that light, of course, is coming from these forward-facing windows and the side windows as well. So this has excellent visibility. For the deck salon, with forward-facing windows, it's a great feature to have on a boat. So you can be standing here and have visibility outside when you're down below. And the galley is very well equipped, so double sinks, relatively new mixer there, trash in there, and then stowage, cutlery stowage, a cutting board, and 3-burner stove with oven, and good sized lockers here for various stowage as well. And then we have the pantry, and this pantry contains a generator down there. It's a 5 horsepower Onan generator, and then refrigeration down here. I'll show you a picture of that, and then the AC controls. So if we take a look at the AC and generator controls, they're all right here. So that's pretty straightforward. And this is a good space. This could be modified into probably better storage with shelves. This is a very cozy salon, all in teak. This is all rubbed teak wood. This settee here, this table can go away, and then this has an insert to make this into a double bed in this area here. This is a single berth for this bed, and then there are big water tanks under both of these settees. There is storage under that settee right there in the middle, and then the flooring is also available for stowage. And going forward from the salon, we have the forward head, and this is also a shower in here. So we have deep storage in here. These are ventilated, and then this is a shower curtain that wraps around this space, and then in here we have clothing with lights as well, so that's all very nice. Lighted closets, and so a nice space itself. Through hull access in there, and very deep stowage, so that's very nice in there. And then forward in here we have a forward bedroom. And then from behind the nav station, we go through the passage to the aft cabin, which is quite voluminous, a very big aft cabin for a 42-foot boat. But this is also access to the engine room, and we can turn on the engine room lights here. So very reliable engine, this Yanmar 4JHE, very little use. It's been very well maintained. There's also access through those doors. So as we go through the walkway, we enter into the large aft cabin, and we have a single berth to starboard, and then to port a big double berth. And then, of course, we have the ensuite master bathroom. Could also be used, it was originally used as a shower as well. It could also be set up as a shower again. Very deep storage there and there. So a very good size master bathroom with sink, hot and cold water, of course, and extensive stowage. So those are very deep. Both on this side, this is for through hulls, but very deep stowage. Goes all the way back, as well as this above the sink. And then of course the head itself, ventilation, port light, and good lighting. So yeah, it's very well set up. Right, so let's take her out and see how she feels. There we go. Nice. Everything looks good. Yeah, so I'm going to show you this. Hello. So up here, you see that top telltale just fluttering along? This is a leech line, this thing. And so if you see, I pull it and that'll stop. See how that just kind of settled down? So I gotta use both hands to just tie that leech line off. Don't want that sail hurting itself. So we're just cruising along. I don't have the autopilot on. She just kind of tracks pretty well. And she sails nice. She's a very comfortable boat. It's a moderate displacement boat. A little more on the heavy side, not heavy displacement, but very, very solid and comfortable. Got the autopilot on. She seems to be, knock on wood, doing a good job, which is nice. And then we just passed the oil rig. Didn't have to deal with any shipping through the shipping lanes. So we're at, got like wind at 90 degrees apparent, so beam reach. We got 12, 11, 11.8 knots of wind. We're doing 6s. So it's all right. I could put up the mizzen if I wanted, but it's such a short trip that I don't bother. Sail. And I'm not seeing any dolphins. I love to get videos of them underwater. They're so beautiful, and they just hang right on the bow wave, and it's usually really cool. But not today. At least not yet. Usually they're right around this area, right before the deep part of that channel. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. God, it's gotten so bright out here. So all in all, I think she's an ideal package for an offshore cruising boat. The one thing I would add is a water maker, and probably also some different solar panels. She comes with flexible solar panels, but those typically are not as efficient as the rigid ones. So, and a couple of other things on the boat. Some of the plexiglass hatches probably should be replaced, but everything kind of taken into account with the price and this age of a boat. Structurally, everything's sound. Rigging-wise, everything's good. Sails are in great shape. So, yeah, overall, an excellent package if you want to go off cruising. Again, just add a water maker. She could go as she is right now. Probably on the davits, I'd make a mount for additional solar panels, because you do want to be independent. And these days, you can get a Starlink and work from virtually anywhere, which is a great setup. So yeah, just a water maker, new solar panels, and a couple odds and ends, but that's all reflected on the price and what you'd expect on an older boat. But majority of items on this boat are set and ready to go. So hopefully you liked having a look at this boat. And I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and liked this video. And hopefully I can keep on doing more of this for you. I hope you like it, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.